The recent collision of sports and politics in America has brought these pro football players to their knees, but they're not backing down.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out, he's fired.
President Trump's outbursts against professional athletes protesting racial injustice during the national anthem sparked a wave of protest by players, coaches, and team owners who kneeled or linked arms in defiance of the commander-in-chief.
He's really amped up the political divisiveness in the language concerning this, and that then has led to, in many respects, a perception that if you're on the side of the political spectrum that Donald Trump is on, you have to be against the athletes' protests, which brings the divisiveness of American politics straight into American sport.
Now, U.S. presidents are known more for supporting their favorite teams than for challenging the politics of athletes. But American politics and sports have a long history of intersecting, with athletes of color often taking the lead to challenge the status quo. When they raised their fists in a Black Power salute at the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City, Tommie Smith and John Carlos staged a silent protest against discrimination in a racially divided America. The African-American track stars were booed off the podium and banned from future games. In 1967, champion boxer Muhammad Ali refused to fight in the Vietnam War, citing religious convictions against violence. Ali was convicted of draft evasion, sentenced to 5 years in prison, and banned from his sport for 3 years.
He went very quickly from being the greatest villain in American sport, becoming a hero and ultimately becoming an icon in American sport because he put his personal values over his sports career. And so the athletes, while a moment of protest may have a negative impact in the short term on their career, if they hold true to their act of conscience, it's been shown in the past that in the end they become heroes no matter what side of the political spectrum they're on.
Many athletes have followed in Ali's footsteps, including former football player Chris Kluwe. He was let go from the Minnesota Vikings team in 2013 after lending support to a gay rights group.
I was told many, many times, you're a role model. Being a good role model means, okay, if you see inequality, if you see injustice, say something about it.
Kluwe says he is proud to see athletes from a range of sports taking a knee to stand up to Donald Trump.
It doesn't matter what your job is. It matters that you're a human being and that you live in the world the same as everyone else, and everyone has the right to speak up. Everyone has the right to challenge power, especially if they're not being treated appropriately by that power.
And so the fight for freedom of speech continues on the playing fields and in the stands, as a divided America is once again forced to pick a side. Patrice Howard, TRT World, Los Angeles.